Are you recording?
Just died. Hello, everybody.
Oh, so first of all, Lauren, you're not very well, are you?
I've just got a cold. Which is kicking my bum, and yeah.
Can you not get
Otherwise, I'm
comfy
totally
there?
fine. No, my uterus is also trying to kill me. So soz in advance. I'd like to point out for anyone watching that we both looked really pretty when we left the house.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm yeah. I was going to apologise, and now I'm like, no, I'm not.
No,
this is real life. This is what happens when you go out of your house. I was up early.
I cut bangs in this morning.
I was going to say they look lovely. You came when I walked in. I was like, has she got her hair? What's she done? It looks lovely,
but they don't look right.
It's because
they've been wet.
It's because we didn't just get wet. We've got slightly drenched. There's a small part
driver
of me.
was a madhead as well. He was driving through all the buses and soaking people, and I was just like sat on the bus like, sorry. My apologies, everybody.
Yeah, there were huge puddles in Nottingham this morning.
Really glad that they spent all that money on those flags.
Yeah, because that's what we need. Rather than...
Not the waterways fixed or the potholes
fixed.
Or...
waterways fixed, hilariously. That is the reason I look like a drowned rat. Bear in mind, I did have a hat on and I had an umbrella, but it is...
Annoyingly, you look like it's on purpose, and it's a little bit frustrating, I'll be honest. Thank you for looking so good. On behalf of both of us.
What you can't sense is the sweat that is on me, because I'm just so you know as well, I'm not happy with the amount of steps that my thing tells me that I've done this morning in my Oura so far, because this will mean nothing to anybody listening unless they are very aware of where Mapley Park is and that area that I live in comparison to where I've just
She did a massive long walk and she's fuming because it's only
7,000 I thought steps. It was going to be more. I was like, that surely I've smashed everything for a day. No.
I'm sure 1,000's only is 10 minutes or something.
Yeah.
So it'll only been about 4,000 or 5,000 steps.
All right.
That's awful, right?
Yeah. Actually, interestingly, last night, because we met last night, didn't we?
We did. It was another week of the artist week.
Unlocking, which is what I'm calling it unlocking.
It is called
That's
unlocking.
the name of it, but it's based on. It's not everything, as in. So we're following true to the principles, and bringing a little bit more in. And I had there were a few epiphanies last night. That word got used quite often.
Mostly by me. I love an epiphany.
And I kind of had a bit of one this morning while I was walking, because I realise I've really got out of the habit again.
Getting outside?
Yeah, getting outside, going for a walk. It's easy, it's comfortable. To not go. Yeah. The fact that I've got the challenges with my knee, I'm going to call myself out here. I'm not. It's not calling myself out. I just... it is. I want to just be really open with myself, and I'll just be open with everybody else. So I've been going to rehab because...
She means physio rehab.
Yes, physio. I've literally got Amy Winehouse in my head now, and I'm
trying to make me go to rehab,
and I said no. You didn't come for singing, did you? Obviously.
You're welcome.
But anyway, so just to give you a little bit of context, if you know me, I used to run quite a lot, and I miss it dreadfully. And I definitely believe that a few factors had an impact, and they were definitely including COVID, and suddenly now not doing it anywhere near as much as I was doing, and the menopause. So I think there's a couple of things that have combined. I'm a little bit heavier than I was, so I do think some of that makes a difference on my frame and kind of how I'm moving about and things. So there's all of that's kind of compounded. And then I started to get a lot of pain in my left side. So my hip, my knees, I've had quite a lot of pain in my hips anyway, which I now know is quite normal. Not great and not what we want, but it's quite normal for my age and things like that as well. So I was like, right, I am going to go get seen to. So I got an MRI scan, if you remember. Mm-hmm. So the reason I'm sharing this is because I do know that my knee is knackered. I mean, the very word that the guy said when he saw the results was, well, the first word he said was shit. And then the second thing that he said to me was, they're not going to give you a knee. And very likely that's what you need. But actually, it's not just money. It's the ligaments around money. It's the thing that hold it in place. So why am I telling you this? Because actually, I need to talk about this to go and do something about it, because we were talking a little bit last night, weren't we, about guidance and about this whole thing about actually the wisdom that we've got within us. This is that whole point. You ask a question. I put LJ, little Jackie, on the paper. I ask it my question, and now I wait for some guidance, because I believe there's an inner wisdom within me. Or you can channel it if you want. It's the universe, whatever it is. But for me, it's like there's opportunities around me and I'm just not seeing them. And I feel like I'm missing this opportunity because I'm not doing the exercises. I'm not. That was a very long-winded way to tell you I'm not doing them. But I just wanted to add the context. And I think it's because what I've realised...
Oh, sorry. So you're not doing... what Mum
the
means
exercises
is she's
from
been
the rehab.
She's been given physio exercises to strengthen her knee.
Yeah. It's a good job Lauren's here, because sometimes I kind of lose the context. But
I think it's because we obviously...
No. I know. But yeah, so it's like... And it's funny because I can feel...
It's interesting that, because you were totally doing it when we went to the hotel.
Yeah. I wasn't, because that was the first day, wasn't it, after I'd just been given the new ones. And from that point, I've not done them.
Oh.
And it's because it's a new routine.
Yeah.
It's also because it's been hurting.
Yeah.
And a part of me...
And you don't get the immediate payoff.
No, do you know what and it is that, but it's really interesting this morning, because I didn't feel like this yesterday, and I didn't even feel like this last night. Something about what I've done in my morning pages this morning tipped to balance. There was a moment where, hang on a second.
Well, I just got a single piece of rice can tip the scale.
You shared that.
That was supposed to be
Mulan.
the Emperor from Mulan, and I don't know what awful voice that was, and I can only apologise.
No, but yeah, so it's just that. I just realised that it's like, there's a bit in Julia Cameron's book, The Artist, when she's talking about a guy, I can't remember his name, I think it was David, she uses this name, and she says that he's always wanted to be a film director. But he's got to go and learn about it. And he kind of thinks about this is what he's going to do, starts looking for opportunities, and something comes along and he gets this opportunity to go and do this course. And within 2 weeks, he's already told himself he can't do it. There's no way he's ever going to be able to do this. So he's on this course, he started it, and then he stops. Because in his head, he's never going to be able to do it. And 2 years later, he taught, So, last night we were talking about skepticism. We were talking about shame.
Talking ourselves out of things. But,
because we can always be aware of the people that are around us that are not supportive of us. But actually, it's this bit inside us. And it was that moment for me. I think it's that combination, isn't it? We were talking about the grain of rice. It just takes that one to start to swing it the other way. And it all just came together as I was walking there, the whole thing about walking, and how it really helps you to do your thinking and clear things out. And I just thought, the universe is giving me, if that's what I want to call it, I've got the things that I need to be fitter. How do I know I'll never run again? Because that's what I'm telling myself.
Yeah.
How do I know I'll never run again?
I'll never run again.
Yeah. And it's like, but of course you won't if you're not going to do anything about it. Because what I need to do is strengthen
if you decide that, then that will be true.
Yeah. And the very thing that I miss is the fitness and the way I felt in my body when I was running. Having been a girl who never got into exercise, who, because I remember the struggles of being slightly overweight at school and the way that was seen, and, I wasn't a runner. I didn't see that. I didn't feel like it was anything that I really enjoyed. I don't think it was a great environment. It didn't feel safe.
Plus your parents weren't.
No, Mum and Dad didn't do. Because
Granddad worked a lot.
Yeah. So they walked later in life, but they didn't walk a lot when they were younger.
No.
They didn't do a lot of stuff. So I think, I was kind of sat, I don't know where this has come from. It's really interesting when you start to talk, isn't it? But it's just, I feel a bit like I want some accountability. I think that's what it is.
So as in now that you're saying it out loud on the podcast, you've kind of got to do it.
But I want to do it.
What? So what is it? Tell me what you want to do. What is it? What's the...
I want, no, it's not that I want. You know what it is? I'm making a commitment to myself, and I'm going to look it in the eye because I can see myself looking over there. And I know you don't always like eye contact, but I need someone to see me and witness it because I'm like, what I want to do is I'm going to get up And 5 mornings a week I'm going to do the exercises because that's what I promised myself. The other thing is I'm not going to the gym. And I'm using the reason that, so like, because I don't have the car at the minute and I don't always have access to the other car that we've got. I mean, very privileged, you know, there's 2 cars sitting there. But because your dad uses a car, in my head, walking to the gym that I'm a part of is already a lot to then do whatever I need to do to then to be able to get back and walk home.
Yeah.
And I'm in my head, because no matter which way I do it, there isn't a bus that would get me back. I'd have to do quite a lot of walking. But there's a part of me as I'm saying that going, okay.
Yeah.
You know the saying, choose your hard?
Yeah.
It is, there is a part of me inside that's going, I need to choose.
Yeah.
I need to choose, because actually what I'm noticing more, I can feel myself like, don't share this. I'm noticing more that is showing up in my morning pages is this little woe is me.
Yeah.
And feeling sorry for myself.
Victim.
And this morning I realised that's where I have a choice. So that might come, but I don't have a choice. I have a choice. I don't have to, I can listen.
But not like,
I don't have to act on it.
Yeah.
I don't have to let her drive the bus. And it's funny because I don't know that I'd realised how strongly she was holding on the wheel of the bus. Because there's been a lot happened.
Yeah, it has been.
And there's been a lot. And I know that within me there is this part. I have no idea where this is coming from. I'm like, this was not in my pages. But it's that bit of seeing it. And I think that's the process for me that I'm loving. Is that by being able to get that out, by being able to see it on a page, it's like it's staring me in the face. It's staring me in the face. And like there's so much I wouldn't share with anybody else about what's written in there. But I think that whole part, you know, for me personally, it's like you can. You can.
Yeah. I really hear that. And that like, no, I don't want to because it's already all the exercise I need to do before I even get there. Like, I can hear it because I have the same little one. I don't know if this is useful, but last week on I don't know what day it was. So I've had a gym membership since last year. I went really well throughout April. We started right at the beginning of April. I went really well throughout April, and then the beginning of May I got vertigo. And the first time, a couple of weeks later, I went on the treadmill, I almost fell off, like, because my vertigo hadn't passed properly yet. And then I didn't go for a couple of months, and then I thought I'll go swimming, and then I got an ear infection, and then 2 weeks later I got another one. So I just haven't really used the gym since then. And I was kind of like sat there with it, because I was like, I want to go, like, and it's not, we all know that I'm, you know, I purposefully don't prescribe to diet culture. Like, I don't want to lose weight.
No.
But I want to feel strong. I have a little boy who he's fast as fuck. He's fast. He's lively. He's fit, and he loves a cuddle. And I don't want to get to a point where I can't pick him up and like cuddle him. And I can feel. So I don't think I've told you this, but I also have a left knee thing, and it's been like the past year, and it hurts. And it's when there's loads of things that trigger it, but sitting during the day, especially if I get cold, when I stand up, I can't straighten my leg. I know.
That's spooky.
I know.
For those that can't see my face, what Lauren's describing is what I experience.
And if I sit on the floor, I have to straighten my legs. Like, it's just so... So then I too is like that. So I'd made this decision, and it didn't come out as, I need to go to the gym. I was actually thinking about how much money I've wasted. That's what I was thinking about. I was thinking about, gosh, I'm paying. And it's a dead cheap gym membership. It's 32 quid a month. It's not a lot. Covers the gym, all the classes, the swim. And I was like, what over the year would I have to have paid? What would I have been willing? And I was like, right, okay, let's say it was a tenner per pay-as-you-go session. The 36 attendances would have used my membership up. So I was like, I wonder if I can do that between now and the end of March. So I've printed myself off like it goes from 1 to 36, it's a 6x6 box, and I just colour a box in every time I go, and I've managed to do four boxes in a week.
Excellent.
But what I did, because obviously as you know. So, good news, I haven't broken down at all this week in my car. The bad news is that's because my car's not working, so I haven't been in it.
The good news, we know where the car is.
Yeah, it's still in the same place it was before. Actually, it's not. Dad moved it. But anyway. Also, Dave's officially taken that baton.
Yay! He's going to sort the car.
Yeah. He
Cool.
has taken the numbers, he's taken the information, and he's now taken over because he knows how much we've got on. Anyway, so, but what I did, because obviously I don't have a car, and I was like, how am I going to do this? I reduced what it meant. So what happens inside the building when I get there isn't part of my goal at all.
Okay.
The only goal is to arrive. That's it.
Yeah.
And if I can do 20 minutes in any aspect of that building, either in the gym, in the swimming baths, or in one of the classes, 20 minutes counts as a session. That's all I've done. Because I was like, I had this like mindset in my head that I had to do like an hour every time I went. And then I was adding on 25 minutes walking there, and then it would have been an hour, and then it was 25 minutes walking home, and then don't forget to add the shower on, and I fucking hate washing my hair anyway. And all of a sudden I taught myself out of going, and I was like, what are you doing? So I was like, what actually would feel easy? So, okay, it's actually only a 20-minute walk because I timed it. So a 20-minute walk there, 20 minutes in the gym. I don't actually get that sweaty because it's only 20 minutes. 20-minute walk home. It's an hour of my day. That's it. And if I'm clever, which is what I did this week, was when Dave went to drop Harlow off at nursery, I got in the car. Because nursery's next to the gym.
Yeah, it is.
So I got a lift there.
Yeah.
Did my 20 minutes home. It was only 40 minutes. And I've also let go of, so this is why I look like this today, is I purposefully didn't do my hair this morning. I did my bangs and I only straightened my bangs because I'm practicing being messy.
Yes.
My affirmations this morning was, I'm allowed to be messy. I'm allowed to be messy. And that's what the gym looks like for me. So when I went yesterday, I was like, I booked in for a swim. And then I thought, I wonder if I could just do the gym before. So I did 20 minutes in the gym. I did like a little warm up. I did a few little weight things. I feel sore. So I did enough that I can feel it. And then I did 20 minutes in the pool and that was it. And I got to tick 2 boxes off. So I did 20 minutes. But I just reduced it down to like what... I made the goal something that like is easily achievable.
I think...
Does that make sense?
Well, I think what you've just helped me to see, because bearing in mind, right, we know I went from doing pretty much nothing. I say pretty much nothing. I had 4 kids. I did do a lot of walking.
Yeah, you weren't
and stuff like that. I wasn't sedentary, but it was for me. It was about
purposeful
being
fitness.
Able to do something more than and to push myself, because I've always loved that. I love to know what I'm capable of. That's who I am. And I think what you've just helped me to see is actually my first step for me. And what will help that? So the first step for me is to get there. And once I'm there, I'll do it because I know I will.
Yeah, because you're there.
Because I'm there. So it's actually
it's that bit before that's actually the hardest part.
It's put my stuff back on, and I've done all of this before. You know, years ago when I used to go running and I didn't want to go running. Yeah. Which, just so you know, it wasn't that I didn't want to go. It was just I didn't want to go running. It was just the bit at the beginning, like you said, that was hard. But if I was tired,
it's like
put my stuff on.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to walk there. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Oh, I'm not enjoying this. After I am Superwoman. Look at me. Look at me go.
Yeah. So I need to. It's just that. It's just getting that bit back, because the thing that I know about myself is once I get there, and I think what I realise as well is, because in my head I was like, you need a personal trainer. You need to do all of this stuff. I don't.
Not yet.
No, I don't. What I actually need to do for me personally is I need to just get back in the rhythm of going.
Yeah, if we habit stack.
Yeah.
So that's what, and so this was the other thing that I was trying to teach myself, right?
Glimmer stacking.
If I can convince myself at the minute when I don't have a car and it's cold.
Exactly.
And it's wet.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go because it's dark on a morning. If I can convince myself now, and do you know what I wrote down? I want to go because it's important to me.
Yeah.
That was it. There was no other reason.
Can I ask you?
It is important to me.
Tell me your reasons why it's important to you.
It's important to me because so the biggest thing that I want to see change is my mental health. And actually there's 2 things. So obviously, I don't know if you're new here, but there's no intro on this anymore either, so we don't even tell people who we are. Hi, by the way, we're Lauren and Jackie. Because we've changed our names, so I can't do that. Anyway. Sorry, Jacqueline. I realised that was my whole life. What was I saying?
So 2 things that you've realised.
Right,
Mental
so
health, you
I
said.
am about to go into artificial menopause and I am shitting myself. But one of the things that I've been doing, because it's the kind of person that I am, is I've been doing a lot of research on how to support myself through it. So that, because I can't control the symptoms of it, but I can control how strong my foundation is. So I'm taking supplements that they recommend. I'm I'm not changing my diet completely, but I'm trying to add more stuff in. Oh my gosh, also one of my friends is hi, if you're listening, I love you. She got in touch with me because we both want to work with the same person, right? She's called Radiate with Rita. And she is like a nutritional coach for people with endometriosis. I want to work with her. And currently out my price range. So got herself onto she found out about this like trial thingy where it's like university students. You know when you go to you go to colleges and get your hair done by hairdressers, but they're just trainees.
Yeah.
That's what this is, but for nutritional coaching for people with endometriosis.
Excuse me?
I know. So they're students who have this ability, but they'll be supervised because so it's free.
Oh.
So I've got 4 sessions of this nutritional support.
Amazing.
I only found out last night.
Amazing.
But yeah, there's 4 sessions of nutritional support, so that's going to support me as well because I want to know more about, like protein and what kind of things, especially as someone who struggles with food, because that's the hardest part. Is that I can't just start eating lentils because I'd rather die. So I need to. I
feel called out every single time.
Sorry.
Just so you know, I do. No, I do feel called out every time you say that because of the things that I like.
No, but I wish I liked.
No,
I wish
I
could eat roasted chickpeas.
But there's
I wish
so
I could
many
eat
things
spinach,
that you can't. I know.
But I can't.
No.
So I need to work this out. Anyway, so the nutritional thing, and one of the other things is strength training.
Yeah.
Because I know that like menopause is a massive issue for like osteoporosis and, losing a lot of your strength, like because your body goes into this kind of like hibernation-y thing, and I want to preempt it. So that's why this is so important to me, is that I want to preempt the possibility that over the next few years my body's going to start to feel weaker as it transitions. But if I can start this now. And even if I can just maintain my current strength, and then once the transition's over, I can start building it. But do you know what I mean? Like that's one of them. And the other one is my mental health. I get really overwhelmed. I don't know how people do it with more than one kid. I love my son more than anything, and being a mum and the overwhelm of like mummy, being touched constantly, me, is wild. And I know that that's a me thing. I know it's me thing, it's not him thing, he's just been a kid. And I know that when I exercise, I handle it better. It just is the truth. If I've, like last night, I'd done a walk, I'd done the gym, I'd walked back, I'd done a swim, all that kind of stuff. And I felt really like, I just felt a lot calmer. And then I had some awful news from nursery that Arlo had been hurt by another kid and managed to stay centered. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I was just like...
Well, you picked up the phone.
Yeah, and I was like,
and we
there's
talked.
half of me that feels like this, but there's this other half of me that knows that actually the other parents are going to have a harder time than I am. And I think, logistically, that's a mix of the exercise and the morning pages. Giving me a space to just... all out.
Yeah. No, I can really hear that.
That's why it's important to me.
Yeah. and as a woman... Well, my challenge is always I have no idea where I am in the menopause because I don't have a womb, which obviously is because that was why I had my womb taken out, was endometriosis. So I'm listening to you feeling that it's so interesting listening. Like I always know I benefit anytime something happens for you because just by osmosis, when I think about the celiac stuff, when I think about this now, I'm like, I already know there's a part of me's got to learn a lot more. Bearing in mind, I have done my own reading and research. Yeah. And I think that...
I just hyper-focused, don't I?
Yeah. And there's a benefit to that, isn't there? Yeah. To you and to me. And, where you will go and get things and speak up for yourself. And like you're saying, speaking to Em and getting those sessions. And there is a little part of me... again, she comes out, woe is me, because I didn't have that. You know, there wasn't any of that back in the day. But I think this is where what the pages are really helping me to see is it's not about before and it's not about in the future.
Yeah.
Like, I don't live in the future. I live here right now. So what matters to me right here, right now? Because if I take care of right here, right now, I'll take care of the future anyway. But also I don't know what's going to happen in the future. But I can do everything that I can right now to just enjoy my life better. What makes me feel better is activity.
Yeah.
It's just moving my body, and it does, you know, and you've just said it there. I remember that. I remember the difference. And, you know, coming back to the research that I've read, that with ADHD, actually, there is a lot of evidence out there that shows that movement is one of the things that helps. You know, again, the whole thing with protein first thing on the morning. So I don't know how true all of these things are. So please know I'm not medically trained. It's me starting to read and I'm starting to be really curious about it, because I'm like, right, my God, did I do all of this stuff in my 30s without knowing that actually I was really benefiting myself, because I really thought about, you know, what I was putting in my body in terms of food. I really thought about the activity and everything else. There's a part of me doesn't want to keep on going, because I do want to kind of just say, you okay?
Yeah. So this is the reason why I'm going into menopause, is that the pain.
It's horrific.
Although there's something really, what's it called? Like, not silver lining, but a bittersweet about this pain, because there's part of me that's like, is this the last time? There is like this like real part of me that's like, is this going to be the last? Because as soon as I get that injection, shut it down.
That's it.
And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm in so much pain.
I didn't miss some periods.
Oh, I'm not going to miss them at all.
So when I had the hysterectomy at 32, and I think that's the thing, you know, I don't know what happened in my body at that point when everything needed to shift, and a lot of that was from stress. Some really stressful situations that we were going through. I'd lost a lot of weight. Then we went into these really stressful situations, and I think my endometriosis went wild. And that was what, you know, the doctor then, back in 2002, that's what he told me. Maybe the understanding at that point was if they cut my womb out, it would halt that, but there wasn't as much understanding about endometriosis at that point.
No.
You know, for me, and my womb and bowel were stuck together. I mean, I know you know that. So, you know, there was a mess inside, obviously, and I think I struggle with certain things now. Because of that. And I also know that I didn't have a lot of the issues when I was fitter. Like, you know, I'm not saying that I wasn't tired. I'm not saying I wasn't, you know, that, because obviously I was, because I was doing a lot of running. But I was the healthiest I've ever felt. I felt the best I've ever felt. And I think there's a lot of that. And I think that's where, you know, even with the start of this conversation, it's why I need to get it out, because it's like, I don't want it to be hidden and being the thing that is driving the bus without me realising this is what's driving the bus. It's the very thing for me about, you know, why it's like I don't need to be positive all the time. I just need to understand what's going on for me. I need to appreciate it, and that's what gives me a choice. Because I'm the same as you. I know the difference that made to me in terms of my mental health all those years ago. You know, when I started to just get out and about and do something, also because it was for me. And I think it's this whole mastery of something new. I'd never run in my life. In fact, I used to laugh and think, no, what are you doing? I would kill now to run. I would kill. I wouldn't. Just so you know, just if this goes out anywhere, I've never ever done anything harm to anybody. I'm not saying that, but you know the sentiment behind that. The thought of being able, because I was
kill an idea.
Yes, as I was walking down today, in my head I was like, oh, I'd love to be running this.
So what can we do as listeners and as me? Talk to me about what we can do. So obviously, because you very much, you know, we're saying that you would like the accountability. And I know that actually we talked about that this week, where we both kind of need someone that's like, come on.
No, come on. Yeah.
Come on, get off your ass. Come on, we're going. Come on, we're doing it. But actually, both of us have been a bit knackered.
Yes. I don't know if anybody out there watches Shrinking. I don't think that you do. So there's a programme, I think it's Jason Segel. Harrison Ford's in it. Segal, sorry. So you're not a seagull. But Jason Segel. Harrison Ford is in it.
Is he the guy out of Ted Lasso?
Harrison Ford?
No, Jason Segel.
No.
Is the guy out of...
Maybe I've got the
I
wrong
can
name.
see him.
Have I got the wrong name?
No, I don't think you have. I can see him in my head and I'm trying to work out who he is.
Yeah, I think...
Because I'm pretty sure he's one of my, like...
He's one... All right, okay.
Anyway,
You kind of fancy him a bit. I'll say it louder for you. Anyway, your brother sent me a reel the other day and it was...
was it appropriate?
Very appropriate. It was Harrison Ford. It was gorgeous, actually. Harrison Ford sat next to Michael J. Fox. So no spoilers if you are watching Shrinking and you haven't started season 3. But Michael J. Fox has Parkinson's.
I know Michael J. Fox.
Doesn't he? And
Back to the Future.
Yes. So Harrison Ford's character within this programme, Shrinking, I feel like I don't want to spoil anything, but ultimately he does have Parkinson's. So, I am going to spoil that bit if you haven't seen it. So I'd not watched the final episode of season 2. I don't know what it was. I kind of just got out of the habit a little bit. I watched it and then I was like, oh. Anyway, last night I did. And it was really interesting to watch it and to watch these whole characters because it's Shrinking, it's some shrinks is the word, isn't it, for psychotherapists, that kind of thing. It's therapy. So these characters...
I was trying to work that out the whole time.
3 of them that are shrinks as such, or whatever the Americans call them, and it's they run this practice, but it's about what happens to them within their lives. And right at the very beginning, it's pretty much Jason Segel's character and his daughter, and it's what's happened in their family that is really quite a big focus of it. And the guy, funny you should say Ted Lasso. I can never remember his name. Is it Brett? He's the one that is really arsey in Ted Lasso. He's the footballer, but actually he's really gorgeous. He's really gorgeous.
The one who reminds me of Jack Grealish.
No, the other one, the other footballer, the older. He's a little bit older. He's got dark hair. Roy. I think it's Roy. Anyway, his character is in Shrinking as well, and he plays quite a pivotal part. And there's just an ending in the final episode of the season where there's it is in essence it's about forgiveness and it's about kind of connection and here's these 2 characters, one that drunk drived and one that is on the receiving end of that and what happened. So you've got, and there's something there about that. So I watched that last night and it was really lovely. And I was like, why have I fallen out of love with this? I forgot how much I loved it. So this morning, because I was, check me out, up early, because that's what I like. And that's what I'm remembering, that I like to be up early. And I had a little bit of time to kill. So I thought I'm going to put 15 minutes on because I know this is the episode that Michael J. Fox appears in it. And it was just really interesting to watch this little interaction. And I'm pretty certain you can see the reel. I'll send you it because I don't know if we can share it with people. Of this little reel where Harrison Ford is now having to go back to the neurologist because his Parkinson's is getting worse. Yeah. And he's sat in the waiting room. Michael J. Fox is there. And Michael J. Fox is, a character. He's waiting to see the neurologist as well. His whole attitude is just spectacular. And it was this moment where you could really see Harrison Ford, and he was saying, I'm having a really bad day, because Michael J. Fox makes a bit of a joke, but Harrison Ford doesn't laugh and he goes, I'm pretty certain he deserved more of a laugh than that type of thing. And I'm watching it, I'm wrapped, watching it. And just this whole bit of these 2 characters and the way that ultimately, Michael J. Fox finishes this little kind of bit where, absolutely understands what's going on and he's asking him, Harrison Ford, how's the hand strength? Oh, it's better than mine. What's happening with the head thing? And they're having this conversation and then all of a sudden Michael J. Fox goes, fuck Parkinson's. And you can see that Harrison Ford's character's not there. He's not ready to say it in that moment. And he gets called in. He stands up and then all of a sudden something must just hit him and he turns around and he looks at him and he goes, fuck Parkinson's. Oh. And now there's a little bit of humour in it. And then it cuts to Michael J. Fox as he goes, I was here first. So he's like, but it's this whole thing, isn't it, about the humour? And it just really got me thinking. And it's I think that's the part that I've kind of lost a little bit of sight with this whole situation. Yeah. I've lost what's possible. And I hadn't realised that I had. Yeah. And I think that's really fascinating that, things come at us and things are heavy. And actually when we don't process them and we don't get a chance to, what I've read now is metabolise them, which is, either write them out or talk to somebody about them or be able to allow our bodies to feel it. Yeah. We stay stuck in it. As such. And it is that whole kind of being able to notice it, but you can't. Equanimity is being able to sit with it and not run away from it. It's understand it and allow it, you know, and ultimately be able to allow it in and allow it out type of thing. But I think that's my practice of that's gone.
Yeah.
Because what was happening was, if I'm going to talk about the house analogy, it was just in.
Yeah.
It's hiding, I'm shoving it in cupboards, all these feelings and these thoughts and everything else. And actually that's what the morning pages is allowing out. Yeah. And within the space of 7 days, like I said, how many people said things, you know, last night, shared some incredible stuff. And for me, I'm like, right.
Yeah.
And again, allowing myself just to talk about it this morning.
Yeah.
Because I don't need any advice. It's not that I need anyone to tell me what to do. I know what to do. I've got everything that I need. I just needed to realise that actually I was feeling a bit sorry for myself.
Yeah.
And that I've let that part of me control it.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Right. Okay. So maybe I won't be able to run a marathon, but I tell you what, I'd be damn sight close at being able to run a marathon if I start doing this and I get my fitness back. And in the process of that, I will feel better. Yeah. Because the other thing for me with the mental health thing is I've got a dad. You have a granddad with dementia.
Yeah.
I have no idea how come granddad has dementia. What I do know is women are far more likely to be the ones that get dementia, and I do not want it. Uh-huh. And all of the stuff that you're talking about. See, this is where massive silver lining for me is the fact that actually, you know what, together we'll have more conversations about this because you are at times hyper-focused. You will go and find out what we need to do. So I'm going to learn. I'm going to learn things that I possibly wouldn't find because you will do it.
Yeah.
And I think that's the beauty of this, you know, is that it's, I was about to say every day is a school day. And it is. And that's, for me now, this whole process is what's going to give me a choice.
Yeah.
That's why we don't have a choice. When somebody says to you, well, you know, you can choose to be happy. Shut up. There's a process to be able to do that, and we've got to learn.
Yeah.
You've got to get aware of what's going on. And that's exactly what's going on for me right now, is realising that actually I can change that.
I love that.
Well, I have no idea where that came from this morning.
I know, isn't it magical? Isn't it gorgeous? And what a gorgeous time to end and to say, if you're feeling a wee bit inspired by the fact that our lives are changing after just 7 days of doing this process, and genuinely just I'm excited. Me,
yeah.
Mum's gonna be launching a 1-to-1 version, so keep your eyes out for that. But also hit follow, hit subscribe.
Is that a little jingle at the end now? Also, I do realise I didn't actually say what people could do to help, did I? I mean, if you do just want to kind of offer some support, if you just want to say, yoo-hoo, send me a little emoji of the cheery one.
Check in on her?
Yeah, check in on me.
Have you done your exercises today?
Yeah.
War Jack.
War Jacqueline.
War Jacqueline. War Jacqueline, have you done your exercises today, pet?
Because I cannot live in the past and what I did. It's what I do today that's going to make the difference. That's
you're a different person now.
This is what's happening for me, is actually what's in the present moment. What am I going to do right now? Because it is, those old sayings are true. You know, the past is gone, the future's not guaranteed. Right, what about today?
Oh. Look at that, just absolute
what is going on with me
poetry
today?
To finish on. We love you.
Yeah.
We'll
we love hearing from you. Will you just, honestly, text us. If there is anything that we've ever said, I know sometimes it's like people think, I won't get in touch. I've done it. I won't get in touch. I won't say anything. No, please do.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you like something that we said, if you don't agree.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the other bit. We are not here going, we're the oracle and we know everything. No, we do.
Sorry.
No, we do not.
No, we're not.
So, yeah. Anyway, thank you and goodbye.
Love you, bye.